You have to choose the right brightness. If you're lucky, the light bulb will say that it's the equivalent of a 40-watt incandescent bulb, which is great. They tend to be a little bit dimmer than they say in the specification. So if they say 40 watts, 40-watt equivalent, it's probably about 35 watts. There's something, the quality of LED light, it's improved significantly from what I can tell over the last few years, but they don't quite have the same dispersal as incandescent bulbs. So incandescent bulbs would illuminate a room slightly more effectively, but you get used to it very quickly, and I'm very happy with my LED bulb replacements. So usually they actually specify the brightness of a bulb in lumens, and you can look on the internet and see what how many lumens a 40-watt bulb typically gives off, and then get an LED replacement that has the right light level in lumens. It's harder generally to get the brighter bulbs, so I've got a bulb in my ceiling lamp, and I wanted a 100-watt replacement. I think it might be actually closer to a 90-watt replacement, which is probably about 85 watts. So it's very bright, and it's made by Philips, and it works perfectly, but it's a little bit dimmer than I would like. But then I don't tend to use a ceiling light that much. And you can also get sort of speciality bulbs. So here I have a colour changing LED bulb, which I bought from AliExpress in China, and it comes with a little remote control for changing colours and strobe effects and brightness and things. So this cost about £5. Now, electricity is dangerous, so I wouldn't recommend doing this sort of thing. You can buy these colour changing bulbs in this country. I bought one for my dad for about, I think it was quite expensive, by a company called Aura or something, Aura Glow or something, and it was about 18 quid. And you can buy them in Maplins for £20, I think. So I don't know, you can't see what's inside this bulb, and actually I thought this was metal, but I think it is metal. But you don't know what the electronics is like inside this, so would you really want to risk, putting 240 volts through a cheap bulb? Not a brilliant idea. So while I wouldn't recommend getting maybe this Chinese one, which I have to say on certain, I think on yellow light, or it might be an orange light, it tends to flicker, which is slightly concerning. Some of these are for dimmer switch light fittings, and some of them are just for regular light fittings. I think this one wasn't for dimmer switch, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't feel that safe using it. The Aura Glow one that we've got is great, really. I mean, the brightness, it goes up to very bright, it goes up to too bright, really, which is unusual for an LED bulb, and with all the different colours as well. I mean, you can sort of imitate an incandescent, oh dear, that's not very good. You can imitate an incandescent bulb. You can imitate an incandescent bulb using the sort of yellow or orange settings, and then there are sort of more funky ones like red, if you want to look like you're in a brothel, or blue, to be kind of atmospheric or something. So, and there's this strobing and stuff if you want to live in a disco, I guess. But there's lots of settings on these controllers. They're all pretty well much the same, but just to be safe, probably buy it from a high street retailer. That's it. If you have any questions about LED bulbs, please leave them in the description box below. I'm not an expert, but I can certainly tell you about the lifetime and the cost and where I got my various LED bulbs from. I hope you like this video, and as I said before, if we can get 1,000 subscribers, I'll give away this Goophone i6. Thanks for watching. Hello, in this video I'm going to unbox and review this blue LED car watch from gearbest.com. Now this is different to the usual watches I review in that it's not an Apple Watch clone. It's just a very simple digital watch but I'm really interested to see what kind of quality you can get from GearBest for just basically $5. Now I'm currently at 664 subscribers, and I'm supposed to be having a competition at 1,000 subscribers where I'm going to give away an Apple Watch clone. Well, I've decided that at 1,000 subscribers I'm actually going to give away 2 Apple Watch clones. I'm going to give away the Z-Blaze Rover, which is this nice Apple Watch clone with a sort of rose gold surrounds. It's really pretty. And I'm also going to give away the, I think it's called the R-Watch R10, which is a watch with an actual heart monitoring thing, the same as the Apple Watch. So I'm going to give those 2 watches away. All you've got to do is be subscribed to my channel, and then when we get to 1,000 subscribers there's going to be lots more competitions on the way, as well as all of my great unboxing videos, so please be sure to subscribe. So now let's get on with the review of this watch. Okay, so this is the packaging that the watch came in. It came with some other watches which I'm going to review in the next couple of videos, but unlike the other watches which came in, you know, kind of well-designed boxes with a load of plastic packaging and stuff, this just came in a kind of wrapped in a little bit of bubble wrap, which isn't very professional and doesn't look very good. But then again, I've just checked the price of this watch, and it actually costs $4.05, which in UK pounds is like £3. I mean, you can't get a watch for like £3. I mean, if you did, it would just be rubbish. So it'd be really interesting to see what this watch actually has. We can't really expect too much from this. It's not a smartwatch. It's not going to communicate with an iPhone or an Android phone or anything like that. So let's just unwrap the watch and see what features it actually has. So if we take off the... I mean, at least it was in bubble wrap. It's going to protect it a little bit in transit, isn't it? Right. So this is the watch itself. So this is a close-up of the watch. You can see it's got this sort of metal, shiny metal surround here, which looks quite good. It's got these 2 buttons on this side, and these interesting dials here on the screen. The watch is off at the moment, so this is just literally printed on the screen.